Hey guys, it's David and this video is brought to you by Hedaro.com. Today we're going to learn about the Pandas set index function. This throws people off a lot, the index in Pandas, but hopefully after you see this video it'll all be clear. So let's begin by importing importing Pandas. And once we have it imported, let me just show you the version I'm working on. So I'm on 23.4. Now let's start by creating some sample data. So let's go and create a data frame, and this is the data frame we're going to use for a lot of the examples. So we'll have one column called key, and inside the key we're going to put some values. So let's try 2 A's, 1 B, and 2 C's. And then associated to these keys we're going to have some values, and we need 5 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I hope that works. Alright, so we have a data frame, and every time you create a data frame, your data frame will come with an index. So where is the index? So if you notice, you have the key column we created up here, and we have the value column we created down here. But there's a third column here, or it looks like a third column, and it's before the key and the value. To the left of these two columns we have the 0, 1, 2, etc. That is the index of this data frame. And if you want to actually see the values in the index, when you go df.index, it will show you the index. Now the default index that comes with every data frame is this one, this range index, and it's basically the first value is going to be 0, the next one is going to be 0 plus 1, then plus 1 plus 1, all the way till you get to the last row. And that's just the basic index. Another way to see the index is if you go .info, df.info, it will actually give you index information right here. So anyways, that's the Pandas index. Now, how do we get the key column to become the index? So there's a way to get your columns and put them in your index, and there's a function called set index, and this is how we're going to do it. So we go df, our data frame, then we go set index, and then oops, I missed the E, set index, and then inside here we're going to put the name of the column we want to become the index. So when you run this, you'll notice something happened. Before let's go up here, you'll see the key and the index. There were 2 columns in the data frame, and then you had the index here to the left. But after we ran set index on the key column, you'll notice that on the columns, the key column went away. There's really only one column right now here, and it's val, and the key became the index. Now another thing I want you to notice is that the actual data frame that we're storing in the df variable has not changed. This didn't change the actual data frame. And to prove that, if I go down here and I go df, you'll notice that the data frame hasn't changed. So this is working off a copy. So if we actually wanted to apply this index to the data frame, we have to set it. There's also a function, I think, here that says in place equals false. If you also change this to in place equals true, it will apply to the actual data frame. So let me show you, once we set it, what it will look like. If I print it now, then I did change df and it applied it. And if you want to double check what's the new index, remember before the index was, this is what it looked like, and up here this is what it looked like. But if we do it again, you'll see that it changed. So we go df.index, and you run it, you'll see that now it actually shows you all the values, this list of what's in the index, and it actually names the index, and the name of the index is key, and it took it from the column key. Now if you go df.info, you'll also see something similar, but df.info is actually like a summary. So when it shows you the index information, it tells you there's 5 entries, A, B, C, C, those are 5, and it says the range is from A to C, so it goes from A all the way down to C. So it's kind of like a little summary, so it's pretty nice. So that's how you create an index using the pandas set index function. And if I'm just curious to see if it changed the type of our, no, it's a data frame. So even though we have a column here, this, and it looks like a series, Pandas still considers this a data frame. Now let's do one more thing. Now that we know that we could set an index based on any value, any column in our data frames, what if we wanted to go backwards? What if you wanted to get the key index back into the columns? So there's another function Pandas provides, and it's called reset index. And when you run this, you'll notice that basically our data frame goes back to normal. Now let me show you real quickly the benefit of having an index versus not having an index. So let's do this. Let's import let's do this matplotlib inlines. So we're gonna do some plotting. So usually this is where sometimes this becomes helpful to me. So let's go df.plot.bar. Let's do a simple bar chart. And if you notice this bar chart here, the keys at the bottom, it kind of labels the x-axis very nicely for you, A, B, C, and the values. And if we go to df, you'll notice that this is what it looks like. But if we did not have an index, and if we had the basic index, which was, let me scroll up, if we had this basic index 0, 1, 2, 3, you won't get this nice plot. Let me show you how that works. If we go, now we have to reset the index, right, to get rid of it. Now if we plot this, if you compare both of these, you'll notice that the top one here is much nicer. So the data frame with the index actually provided and filled in the x-axis for you, but the one that didn't have the index just gave you numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not as useful. So sometimes there's advantages of having an index on your data frame. Now one last thing I wanted to go over, let's actually reset the index and actually make it official. Reset index. Alright, if I decided to do a group by statement, so let's do df.group by, and we're gonna group by key, and then we're gonna do a sum. Let's say we're gonna make this our new data frame. So what does this look like? We did a group by the key column, and then we summed them up. So all the A values, so this one and this one get added, and the addition is 981. B, there's only one, so it stayed at 76, and then C's were added. 3 plus 5, 3 plus 5 equals 8. So the thing I wanted to make you notice is that when you do a group by statement, the column you're grouping by actually becomes your index. And let me show you. If you go df.index, you will see that the group by creates an index for you. So just something that I wanted you to make you aware of, so you could connect dots. And then of course when you do df.plot, just like we did before, it carries the index in the x-axis. So anyways, there's a few things here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.